Right, welcome to the new month and weekly analysis. So we're going to look at the second quarter of this year, the outlook, how the remaining 2 months may likely trade. And we are going to start with Euro JPY. This is the first quarter, and this is the second quarter that we are trading on right now. This is the 3-month time frame. So we go to the monthly time frame. What can we see? We have a bullish order block right here. The first month of the second quarter traded into this bullish order block. What do we see? We rejected the order block, which shows that price wants to trade higher. And again, this month of April that just finished today, what did the market do? We created a balanced market. Remember, our obligation is this high, but the nearest high is this monthly candle right now. So we have identified our monthly range, which is the month of May that just opened right now, So this is the range we are looking at, because you can see we created a bullish order block. We mitigated that bullish order block. So now our focus will be from this low to this high. What do we want to be looking at? This is our range right now that we are trading. So what we are looking at is where the market may likely get a support from, trade into before we started going higher, because for sure this market is going higher.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Okay.
So now let's go to the weekly time frame. On this weekly time frame, what can we see? We saw price created a bullish order block right here. Where is our point of interest? Right here. The previous week created a bullish order block. Where is our point of interest? Right here. This is our point of interest, POI. You can also call it order block. Right. This is our point of interest. What do we have? We see this week that we are currently on right now. Today is Wednesday. Price has traded into our point of interest, which means we are going to be looking for buys. If you know this is a weekly point of interest, as a trader, what should you do? You will have to go down to the lower time frame, such as you can go step by step. You can go to the daily, the 4-hour, but you can just skip the daily and also just go to the middle time frame, which is the 4-hour, because your higher time frame now is from the weekly point of interest. Let's just put 1 week. So you can just go straight to the 4-hour, because 4-hour is your next middle time frame that you should be looking at to see a change of character or shift in market structure for you to look for your entry, either in the 4-hour or the 15 minutes time frame. So now we have a weekly point of interest. Price traded into this point of interest. I don't know which day price traded into this place. It could be yesterday, it could be today, but as soon as we go, we're going to see. So we can just go to the daily time frame. What do we see? We see price traded into this weekly point of interest. What? Yesterday we rejected this area. Today, what do? We also rejected this area, which shows that price wants to start distributing. What is this? Accumulation, manipulation is less distribution. Even if this also accumulates today, but this is a manipulation of this day. Now we see this are liquidity. We took out this liquidity. You can straighten it if you want to. I know you only know like this is a previous day low that price raided as well. So it doesn't matter, but those two old lows, they are liquidity. Now, what should you do? Because this point of interest is from the what? Weekly. Your main objective is for 4 hours to shift in structure. Let's go to the 4 hour. Now, in the 4 hour time frame, what do we see that price did? Before we run this low, which is today, right here, price created a low, a high, a low. So this is basically a high, a low, a high, a low. Now, for you to know if price has shifted in structure, what do you have to do? You identify this body. You can see price did sweep this structure low right here, New York, and price did broke above this structure as well. You can check it on the line chart. You see, we changed character to the upside. We also what? Came back to sweep this low. Now, what are you looking at? You want to see price break this high now for you to certain that price is going higher. As well, you can also just go down to the 1 hour or 15 minutes to see if there is a shift in market structure right here in the lower time frame. Because this could just be a liquidity sweep right here, because we never broke below this with body, even if the line chart shows us we've closed below this area. So you can also go down to the 15 minutes time frame, because this is what? 4 hour shift in market structure. We did get it. 4 hour. Let me see. Market structure shift from the 4 hour. On a normal day, you will identify your point of interest, which is this one. You wait for price to come into your point of interest and wait for 15 minutes shift in market structure. Now, let's go down to the 15 minutes shift in market structure. At what point that price traded into your point of interest? At what point? 4 hour?
When it first came on.
Hold on. So this is the other block, like this. This is the other block. So now let's go to the 1 hour to see something. You see, this is the other block right here. And as well, you can just change the other block to this last down candle right here, because this was another block. Price failed to respect and we broke it, so we expect price to return. So I would rather choose this low, this one right here, but still this down candle is the other block, so it doesn't really matter. Now 15 minutes time frame. So you see the reason why I will choose the 15 minutes time frame right here, and this below other block right here. Anyway, as soon as you guys get used to the market, the more you will understand a lot of things. So why did I choose this area? I think I've explained this thing before. This is another block right here. When price creates a thing like this, a low, a high, a low, a high, I don't know, you can call it this, a low, whatever, but it doesn't really matter. This is the solid area that price moved away from. So we expect price to come back here, respect it, and continue going down. But what happened? Price failed to respect that area, this area. Price break above that area. So we expect price to return to that area and probably keep going. So now, that is the reason why I choose that area. And from the 4 hour,
Wait,
This is
wait,
how.
wait, wait, wait. Can you go back, please? So you are marking the green candle or the black candle as the
This
order
one right
block
here
open. Yeah, okay.
is just the button, the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Yes. Hi.
Check in.
Okay. What is your room number?
222.
222. Ibrahim. Yeah, you are the last person.
Sorry?
I said you were the last person. Thank you. So I marked out this area, right? Because it was an order block. You see how price moved? This is the last high, right? This is the last high right here that dipped down to swap this liquidity and change character in this time frame. This is the 1 hour. This is where your market structure change happened in the 1 hour, but this is where it happened in the 4 hour. So both of them is the same. It doesn't really matter, but we are talking about your point of interest. So your point of interest could be this last candle. You guys have seen me use this last candle a lot of time. It doesn't have to be black, but you guys are used to marking out just the last down candle, like the black one, something like this. Order block doesn't have to be the last black candle. It could be the last candle because this is where price started pushing up. So this area is your order block. But you can mark it out like this. And look at one thing about marking this candle out. If I go to the 15 minutes time frame, because this is the whole candle that I just marked out right now with this thing. Let me change the color. Higher time frame. So if I go to the 15 minutes time frame, because this is your 4-hour order block when we have a market structure shift. Now you are wondering, this market structure shift, is it really a market structure shift? Did you ask? Because we never broke above this high. But the body has closed above this high because this area is our point of interest. We do know that this area is our point of interest from the weekly time frame. And what happened? We closed with body. If you go to the line chart, you can see that as well. So it's a shift. And now I identify these candles as my order block. Right? If I go down to the 15 minutes time frame to look for my confirmation, because weekly, 4-hour, 15 minutes time frame confirmation and entry. So what can we see in the 15 minutes time frame? We can see that when price hit this level first, we came here, we pushed higher, we came here, we pushed higher. This was the first change of character. Can you guys see this?
Yes, because
Yes.
it passed the recent high.
Correct. Now you will get caught if you want price to return to whether here to take your entry, you will get caught. That is why to mark out your point of interest is very important. Now let's go back to the 4-hour or the 1 hour. I told you guys I will just mark out this last candle like this, or I will use this one right here, just the previous order block that failed to hold price. Now let's make this thicker and let's make this as well thicker. Go to the 15 minutes time frame. Are you getting caught right now? No. So when was the first time price traded into your point of interest? A low, a high, right here. So you are waiting for this shift to happen around this area. Of course, you can also see that when price created this area like this, price now have traded into this area. What is that area? This is a previous order block, like I just showed you earlier. When a shift occur, this is a previous order block that price was supposed to respect. to keep on going higher. What happened? Price didn't respect it, but you see, price broke below that area. Now price use it, respect it in the opposite side like this. If I use 30 pips stop loss, yeah, it's even too much anyway. But yeah, price use it in the opposite side. You see, that's why I told you guys I can literally use this one, because this is, I understand the market this way, and I have different kind of, like, the different ways of marking out my points of interest. This is a previous order block. Price was supposed to respect and continue going higher, but price failed, and what? Price returned there and keep selling down until we get here. So now let's take this one out. Boom. Now we sold high, we came down. Here and here is your confirmation. If we break above this and we sell back down, you can take your entry. If we break above this before we retrace, then you can also take your entry like that. These are the two highs that matters right now in this trade for you to keep on going higher in this market. And remember, where is our high? This high, previous mode high, is where we are targeting. It's not like this price cannot sell down. It can. It can sell down, but from the last month, what we see, let me go back. From last month, what we see, we tap into this area. We expect price to continue going higher. What does price need to do? Price need to pull back down a little bit into whatever point of interest it may be, then continue going higher. It doesn't have to pull back down all the way this way, like this. No. Price just need to pull back down a little bit and continue going higher. Now, we also have, what is this? Previous month low, right? And previous month low is right here. This area is also your point of interest. This one right here is also a point of interest, which means price can decide to run this low before going higher. It's possible. But we know that price has tapped into a monthly order block, which is right here. Our next draw on liquidity is high, is this high. So this high is much, much closer to draw liquidity from than coming this way. So maybe after we draw liquidity, then we can decide to come down. It's fine. That's why I told you our target is the monthly high. From this area, this is our target for now, this monthly high. And you can see a lot of relative equal highs. Does anybody confused?
I just want to make sure I understand you. When you say our target is the monthly high, are we talking last month candle or this month that just finished today, April?
Let me go back
Are
to
we
the monthly
talking the
high.
one before?
Last month and this month that finished today, they are relative equal.
Yes.
So that is why it's a high probability draw on liquidity.
Yes. Okay.
That is why I said we are already mitigated our weekly. You can see monthly mitigation, weekly mitigation. We expect price to deliver to the upside now, at least to take out this previous month and 2 months high.
Agree.
What happened after that, we don't know. If we decide to pull back down to take out last month low, then fine. We have another clean point of interest that has not been mitigated. Do you understand?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So what you are waiting for is a shift in market structure from what time frame? From the 15 minutes right here. A shift in this high or this high. When price can just move all the way to shift both of this structure, then you expect a pullback to continue going higher. This is what we are just waiting for price to change character right here or here.
Mm-hmm.
And you have, what is this? At least 200 pips to the upside. Anybody has any question before we go to another pair?
No, thank you.
All right. This is literally the point of interest that price is going to use. And this 4 hour we created inside bar. I don't know if we're going to run the low and the high. We'll see.
Wait, where did you see the inside bar? That was on the 4 hour or no? Mm-hmm.
It's in 4 hour.
Yeah. And the low to be ran should be the low of the inside bar or the low of the candle before that made the inside.
No, like right now we haven't had a shift, right?
Right. So
Correct.
and
So you have 4 hour low, inside bar, 4 hour high.
mm-hmm.
We haven't had any shift. So which means price can respect this high and also create a new low by running the previous and like 4 hour inside bar
Inside
low.
bar low, yes. Okay, that's correct.
So we don't have anything to do yet.
Mm-hmm.
We just wait until price shift in structure right here or here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do we understand?
Yes.
All right. And let's go to gold. Let me take this on there. So this is gold. We know gold is bullish. However, it's bullish. So monthly time frame, it can mark out a high and low of the month. And what do you see now? You have a range that we are trading in between. So our first pool of liquidity pool is this one right here. This fair value gap from the weekly time frame. What do we have? Low and high. In the normal sense, this is a point of interest right here. It's a point of interest. But before we get here, we have a closest liquidity area, which is this fair value gap. Going to the daily, what do we have in this daily time frame? Back to the weekly. What is the price doing? We see price is selling, but as well also consolidating around this 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just see these 5 candles. This is a consolidation. So price could probably, manipulate all of this load into this area and continue going higher, or just continue selling to this point of interest that I just identified from what? From the monthly level. Like, was it the weekly? No, monthly, yes. Open and close of the monthly level. So this is a point of interest that price could literally sell to as well. This is a fair value gap 1, and this is another level 2. So now I won't sell it go today anyway. So we see that gold changed character right here. Why is this price on this? What is this? FSCM. Anyway, we have a liquidity sweep, and we have a point of interest right here. Gold traded into this area. Oh my God. Hold on. Yes.
Me presentaron 3,
Número
206, 206,
20.
06, 6.
Aja Carolina, Nadib, Mugad,
Silvia.
Yeah.
¿Te habla español?
No.
No.
Gracias.
Pues yo no me di cuenta ahorita, fue que me di cuenta. ¿Ves? Yes.
Okay.
Ya me pasó.
It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you.
Yes. And yes. Hi. What is your room number?
303. Number.
Nadan Nuruddin. Yeah, Nuruddin.
Yeah. Okay, bro.
Yes. So this what is it called? This broker is different anyway, but it doesn't matter. Right here was an area here. So if you go to the, yes, this one, why did I take this trade today from here? There is a break of structure right here. After we tap into this area, we have the shift in market structure. Price pull back, it broke this structure, of course, and price pull back all the way, and this was my point of interest. This is where I get, so I believe gold will keep selling at least to this fair value gap, then this is the monthly low, previous month low, and previous month high. So we have our point of interest right here. Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm coming for the.
What is your ID?
I forget it in there.
Go bring.
Okay.
If you flip this level, this is the 705, which is my OTE level right here. Right there. So it's just another additional confluence, right? But I have already identified this area from what? The monthly. It's the open and close of last month and last 2 months. Right here. So it's a key level. Open and close like this is a key level. So now I'm selling this price. So if we fail to respect this level, which means this area might be the level that price will be heading. I mean, it's not just going to come here straight. There might be, a lot of up and down, but yeah, this will be our next point of interest. So if you want to stay away from this goal, yeah, you can stay away, and wait for price to get to this place, then you can take advantage on this. So again, if you look at the 4 hour, these are consecutive candle. You have, oh my god, you have like a low, a high, then we change character. You see, it's another block that price respected. We pull back down, then now we broke this area, so we expect price to pull back to that level as well. This area right here, it's a previous order block. 1 2 3 candle to the upside like this. So everything just have to make sense. For you to get an entry now, you just wait for price to probably break this low, and maybe there might be a pullback because this is the current high we are trading. I mean, we haven't break any low yet, so it could pull back and do whatever it wants to do. But yeah, I'm still holding my gold sell. So if we get here and we have a shift in market structure, then I will be looking to take good buys again to the upside. But if we doesn't have a shift in market structure, remember this is the weekly point of interest, so your shift should be 4 hour. Always remember that. If we doesn't, then maybe price wants to continue selling. Do you guys see? Understand?
You're just now saying it should be on the 4 hour, the shift.
Yeah. Because this is any weekly level you are looking for 4 hour shift.
Okay.
Any daily level you are looking for 1 hour shift.
Okay.
Your entry is your choice. You can take your entry from that same shift time frame, which is the middle time frame, or you can go to 15 minutes time frame. For example, 4 hour, you have 1 week, 4 hour, and the 15 minutes. You have 1 day, 1 hour, and the 5 minutes. It's your choice. You can take the entry from the middle time frame, or you can go to the lower time frame for your entry.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is for that. And this is what we have on gold. Gold doesn't have so much. Now, GJ. Let's go back to the monthly time frame.
Before I forget,
Yeah.
I just want to mention, are we doing any calls on Sunday and Monday again?
Yeah, we're gonna do, just uh, we're gonna start
Yeah.
anyway properly.
Okay.
We're gonna start
Okay.
properly.
Okay.
You know, you guys have to ginger me. If not, I will just relax. But anyway, let's focus on the on GJ now. Yes.
Hi.
And what is your room number?
Two, 231.
Daniela, Angelina,
Yeah.
Neta. Okay.
That.
Yes. If you have any question, you can ask. Before I continue.
No, go ahead.
What?
Hey, you're busy today.
Yes. What is your room number? 9.
This is very
16.
16.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Listo. Thank you.
There is no question.
What?
No.
Why I cannot hear you guys? Why is the volume so
I
low?
just said no.
Okay.
I don't have question.
Rose,
Sir,
you have question or
no.
okay? So we ran what 3-month low. Let's go to the monthly. This is the current month. I mean, no, previous month. We have the low right here. The high. We have a relative highs, and we have the low right here. So this is the last down candle. After this low was run. And of course, this is also a break of structure to the downside. Did we? Let me see clearly. We have a break, a pullback. Did this price really take out this low? Yeah, a little bit, but form of relative equal lows. But yeah. Now, what do we have around this level? We have a weekly fair value gap. And of course, we also have a weekly order block. This candle right here, it's an inside bar. Yes. And what is your room number?
127.
127.
Yes.
Yeah, you just did it anyway. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Excuse me, is it today or tomorrow?
It's today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Yes. So we have an inside bar that price didn't manipulate the low. What did we do? We distribute. I've said this before. Inside bar is a word, accumulation, consolidation. When this happened, the next phase is distribution. And the distribution can only occur in 2 ways. One, either by manipulating either the low or high to distribute to the other side, or we get straight distribution like this. In this case, this was a straight distribution, and this inside bar now become a point of interest. You can mark the low of this candle or the high of this candle, it doesn't matter. So now, what do we have? We have a weekly fair value gap, 1 week, and we know that price need to what? Pull back towards this level and probably continue going higher. And if price pull back into this area, let me put 1 week, but right. If price pull back into this area, we need to see a shift in market structure that is telling us that price want to continue going higher. Without that, we are not just going to get in the trade. I hope you understand. Let's go down to the daily time frame. What do we have in the daily time frame now? One, two, three. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday has been consolidating. Consolidating and also making lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low. I don't know, this is a lower high. Probably it's going to make a lower low. You know, this is lower low, lower highs, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what do we want to see? A 4-hour shift in market structure. Remember, this candle right here is also what?
Open and close? No, it's an order block.
1 day OB. Just like you find this weekly OB from the weekly time frame. Take this one out. If you want me to go back, I will go back to the weekly. This is a consolidation before an expansion. This becomes an order block. When we go to the daily time frame, this expansion took out this low, these highs. This candle pull back into these levels, and what? It becomes another block for this expansion. Now, price is creating lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Into where? Into this point of interest, the daily. So, if you have a daily level, what are you supposed to do? Can anybody answer that? Anybody?
We go down to the long time frame. So we have that POI, so we go down to the lower time frame to
Which time frame?
from the daily we go to the 1 hour.
In the 1 hour, what are you looking for?
A shift. A shift in market structure.
Correct. Now, remember, this is the weekly fair value gap. Whatever happens in this weekly fair value gap is just a resistance to pull back into the daily point of interest or the weekly point of interest. I hope you guys understand that. Is there anything you guys don't understand here? This weekly fair value gap is holding price to pull back to a point of interest. The point of interest could be this weekly order block or this daily order block. If you wanted to sell from this weekly order block to this area, what do you have to do? A shift in market structure from the 4-hour in this area. So now, this was a shift in market structure today in this point of interest, which is the weekly fair value gap. And where is your, here was your POI. This is where market shift, a pullback, a continuation to this daily order block. Is anybody confused? Now that price has traded into our daily order block, what are you looking at? Because the mission here is over now with this area to trade into this area. How many pips was this? 100 or something. So the mission now is a shift in market structure in the 1 hour. So which means this price need to take out this high, then pull back and continue going higher, because we are also looking for higher prices in this JPY.
But so on the higher time frame, we are looking for JPYs to go up, yes?
I told you, yes.
Yes.
You don't
Because the
trade
monthly,
GJ.
wait now, because the monthly is starting now,
Mhm.
and we expecting the power of 3, so first it should push down before it actually goes up.
What about overall is going to sell? And we expect a push up first
Okay,
before selling.
yes, that would be the power of 3 the other way.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we are just looking to trade. We don't care about power of 4 or what the market is going to do later on. So far, we are following the direction. So this is a shift if it occur here, because this is a daily level. You can see we run these liquidities or this low right here to this fair value gap as well. But of course, this is the other block from the what is called daily time frame. So we expect a shift in market structure now. Once we get a shift in market structure, then we are good to go for the buy. These are aggressive entry. So the reason why I don't want anybody to take aggressive, we have a point of interest right here. What about price we just respect this level and keep selling to this area? You understand? That's why we don't want aggressive. We want a conservative entry, which is a shift in market structure, a pullback, and a continuation to the upside. Where are we targeting? Back again. We have this area that has not been mitigated. This is around 200 or something pips, just similar to EJ. And you know, there is something called SMT divergence. This is previous month high, right? There is a probability that GJ is not going to take out previous month high, then EJ will do that because they move similar. One of them always take out a high or low, the other one doesn't. Which means if we are going to get that sell, like I say, GJ is not going to take out a high. We will respect this other block. Then EJ is going to take out this high. before a sell. Are you guys following?
Yes.
Okay. So what we are waiting for on GJ now is a shift in market structure as well as EJ, because this is a point of interest. If we doesn't get that shift, remember, let me go to the 1 hour. 1 hour point of interest is right here. And if price trade into this area, for example, I can decide to stay here or go to the 15 minutes or 5 minutes. That is when, if I'm seeing a rejection of this area, I can go to 15 minutes or 5 minutes to see if I will get a shift in market structure to the downside to continue going down. This is when you are looking for a trade, right? You can take a trade here based off structure, like market structure shift and pull back to continue going down, because we also have a weekly level right here. We are not just going off like, okay, we hit the daily level, we want price to shift market structure, pull back and continue going higher. This is also a point of interest. If price doesn't respect it and it breaks the structure, then we can expect a pullback, then a continuation to the upside. But what about if price is going to respect this level and do something like this, a shift, then continue going down? We can target this low and this level. We know this level is next level. We don't just focus on, oh yeah, we are looking for buy now because we have tapped into this thing. We have to be diverse, you have to be open to anything, whether buying or selling. And this is what we have on what is it called? This is previous month low and high. And this is what we have on GJ as well. So we are just waiting for a shift or trade into here and continue going down. It's just that two options. Either a shift in market structure of this high, or we trade into this point of interest and keep going down to where this area will be in our next level. That's why you identify the levels down and wait for market to do whatever they are doing. And we are going to GBP USD now. Oof, GBP USD. What do we see on GBP USD? What this high was run on this, what is it called? This is Oanda. If I go to FSCM, let me see if that high was run as well. Oh yeah, it was. Okay. It was. So, but for GU to start selling, at least toward this level, a deep pullback, we need a closure above this high to break this structure, to become a break of structure and a break of structure. But we haven't break above this structure now. So what do we have now? The point of interest that we do have in this market, from the monthly, we have this one, open and close level. We have this open and close level, and draw liquidity, the high of this previous month candle. So going to the weekly time frame, what do we have? We see last week candle. This week has run last week candle. Let me just take out previous month high. After running this last week high, price started declining. In this, like we have a weekly fair value gap, which is a point of interest that price may likely what? Sell into and continue going higher, which is something like this, and continue going higher. So how do we know? When we see last week high was run, it can literally go down to the 4 hour, for example. Did we have a shift in the 4 hour yet? No. So what about the daily? What happened? This was the day, Monday was the day that ran the high of previous week, and this Tuesday didn't run the high of Monday. So the 4 hour, did we have anything? The thing that we do have, we have a break of this candle and price pull back into this area, this open and close level. Price pull back into there, and that is why price continues selling. But we didn't have a shift because this is the 4 hour low. We haven't had a shift in market structure in the 4 hour. What about the daily? In the 1 hour, I mean. Yes. In the 1 hour, this was a little pullback and a high. Then we broke this low. If you were going to use this as your order block, you are correct. If you're going to use this right here as your order block, you are correct. And this open and close that are marked out from the 4 hour, you are also correct. What happened? We respected this whole area. And we broke this structure to the downside as well. Your order block right here. And now what happened? We have broken this low. Is price going to pull back to this area to continue selling? We don't know. Price could just keep selling. But the best option, GU, just wait for price to trade into this area, except you find a better opportunity. Let's say price trade back into this area now. Then you can take advantage. You can sell GU back down to this low or to this fair value gap. But the best option, like I say, is relax, wait for price to trade back here or break this low, then trade back up before you can take trades on GU. For example, either into this area, look for shift in market structure, or you wait for price to come back here and sell it down. Let me take all of this one out. This has been used. So this is our point of interest right now, and we are still, GU is bullish, so basically it could just be from here and continue going higher, or here. If we didn't get any shift in this area, then maybe it might be coming here. So whatever area GU might like to come, we will be ready for GU. We will be ready for GU. The last, not the least, GBPAUD. We have previous month high, previous month low. We have what? fair value gap, and we have open and close level. Those are our point of interest. 1 month fair value gap, OC level 1 month. Let's go to the weekly time frame. In the weekly time frame, what we can see is that we also have a weekly fair value gap that price has been trading into. If we have a weekly fair value gap, we are looking for 4-hour shift in market structure. So now, daily, do we have something? We do. Where is the low? The low started from here to break this structure again. This is a break of structure in the daily. After this whole liquidity was run, we have a break of structure to the upside. And the 4-hour, how does it look? This is how the 4-hour looks. Remember, we have the monthly open and close right here, and we have a break of structure where we have a low right here and a point of interest also right here, and this one as well. The previous order block right here, which price has tapped into, because this is from the 4-hour, these two level. We need to see a shift in market structure in the 15 minutes time frame. If we don't, that means price may be heading towards this area again. For example, this OC level from the monthly time frame right here. So what we are waiting for is price to give us a shift in market structure right in these two levels. We can see that price traded back into this area, and if you want to start selling, the 15 minutes time frame, where is the last high and low that was created? We have a high, a low, a high, and we can say a low right here. So this is the last high basically. Don't count this candle because this is just market open and close candle. So this is the last high that we have on this market right now. So if 15 minutes can shift this structure, then we will be looking for potential buy on GBP AUD and towards to take out these highs and maybe this level right here, or it could just keep going higher towards this previous month high. But the main important thing is for us to get an entry to the upside. If we have a shift in market structure, then yeah, we can look for entry, low, low, low. Even here, right here is the current high right now. If this candlestick closes below this area, then we have this high and this high. if we have any shift in market structure, then yes, we'll be looking to take GA buy to the upside. This is what we have on GA as well. Anybody has a question before I close?
Yeah, everyone left already, man, long time ago.
Really?
Yes.
Ah, okay.